My name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the bookie killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Oh shit, are we on? My bad. Well, anyway, let's do this show. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer. They call me El Scorcho in these Vegas streets because I'm hot as a pistol, hot as fish grease, hotter than Khloe Kardashian's breath at 4 in the morning. And you know how hot that is, don't you? Sitting here with my co-host, the numero uno, the big skipper. They call him the chiropractor in this industry because he'll straighten you out, straighten your bankroll out, and more importantly, straighten out your motherfucking bookie. Good afternoon, Skip.
How you doing, partner?
Actually, good morning, Skip.
You keep smoking that, you won't be able to talk. You don't even have any breath. You have no breath left in your lungs.
Breath. Actually, this puts breath into my lungs. This is like a breath of fresh air. This is a motivator. This takes me over and beyond. Gets me pumped up a little bit, Skip. Don't forget, this is my master closer, Kush. I'm not just over here smoking some wild out indica looking to go to sleep. I'm looking to get motivated. I'm looking to excite people. More importantly, give these guys some information on how to make some fucking money.
That fucking room looks motivated.
Yes, it does. 31 people to be exact, like I said, coming off a little bit over a couple $100,000 week last week. Want to congratulate you. The promotion that you ran last week, 111 new people, creating $227,000. And for that, congratulations. For new business in this time of the year, that's fantastic, Skipper.
You're welcome, sir.
How'd you do overall with that promotion?
5-4, believe it or not. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah?
We were two yards away from being 7-2.
Okay.
We went 5-4. Nobody lost any money. I could sit here and tell you I went 9-0.
Well, being 2 inches away from a 6-inch cock puts you with a little 4-piece, though, so, you know.
Yeah. Well, we lost the USC under on Friday by a half a point. A lot of guys bought the half and got a tie on that game. And we lost the Ohio State-Wisconsin over.
So you had a backdoor set.
Yeah, we got stuck on the 2-yard line, couldn't punch it in. JT Barrett missed about 3 wide open receivers. But anyway, I don't make excuses. We ended up 5-4. Should have been 7-2. However, I'm a man of my word. I honored the arrangement. Took everybody 2-0 on Sunday.
Beautiful.
And 90% of them have signed up for the rest of the football season through the Super Bowl. We're making money. We're having fun. College basketball is where the real money's at this weekend.
Damn right. We're going to talk about that. We got a great show for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Like I said, we're coming to you live from Las Vegas at our office here at VIP Sports at our new state-of-the-art studio, sponsored by our boys over there at betonline.ag. December 7th, 2017, podcast 147. Let's go ahead and shoot your bookie and send them to heaven. Fair enough?
Something more importantly, I want to shout out to the military and the troops. It's Pearl Harbor Day, Steve. It is the day that lives in infamy. It's the 76th anniversary of the Pearl Harbor attack on this great country, the United States of America. Shout out to the military, all the Pearl Harbor people and survivors and their families. Shout out to all the men and women that keep this country safe. It's the day that lives in infamy. If you give me a call this weekend, I'll run a sneak attack on your fucking bookie.
I love that attitude.
Like the Japs did on Pearl Harbor.
Goddamn right. You hold his arms behind his back, I'll knock him out. We'll go through his pocket and split the money type deal. Fair enough?
The Japs ain't got shit compared to what I'm going to do to your bookie this weekend.
That is a fact. Well, it's bowl season, ladies and gentlemen. In Las Vegas, it's finally getting a little cold outside, Skip. As you know, those hard winds brought in the coolness around here, and that's the best time of the year. But they say it's about to go back up to the 70s, 80s here this weekend.
Supposed to be 69, the dirty number, this Saturday and Sunday. Back up to 69 this weekend. We got a little chilly front the last couple of days. It's been really windy. However, got to be honest with you, the one thing I do like about the cold weather, they walk around with those hard nips, buddy.
Oh, buddy, you're a nipple there. What, you're a nipple there when you're married? I guess that's the only thing you can get off is a little look at a hard nip, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I can't sneak a peek.
No, fuck no. And like I said, our whole idea is to keep people's bankrolls longer than a giraffe neck, longer than an elephant trunk. Because right now, at the end of the season, it's not a secret that the sports books have made more money this year than ever. They got a record-breaking high, which means a lot of people's bankrolls and bank accounts are smaller than a mouse's pussy, smaller than fly shit, and they need help. So let's do a great show for them today because it's bowl season coming up in NCAA football. And with that in mind, there's a lot of money to be made. With NFL and college basketball moving into the spotlight, along with the NBA and NHL, there's a lot of things to go over. And like I said, we just had the New Jersey bill go in front of the Supreme Court. We're going to talk about that a little bit. They have till June to make a decision. You and I will talk about our opinions, the inside information that we know about it, and we'll go from there. But overall, got a great show for you today, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get a hold of us, call us directly at 877-220-6540. You want to make sure that you're talking to us, right, Skip?
Right.
There's a lot of trolls in the industry, a lot of guys imitating us, a lot of guys doing a reverse search on their email and coming up with your phone number. What do you suggest for those type of people if they want to talk to us?
I suggest that you tell those frauds and those trolls to eat a dick.
I love your attitude.
I suggest that you pick up your phone and call 877-220-6540. You know my voice. It's pretty distinctive, and Steve as well. If you really want to know that you're talking to VIP Sports or one of our reps or one of us personally, just pick up the phone, give us a call, and we'll assassinate your bookie.
And if you're looking for a free pick, go to our website at VIPSportsLasVegas.com. Now, if you're a college student, you're betting $20 a game and you're looking for a free pick, please, no offense, go to someone else's website.
Ask your friend who he likes.
Ask your friend who he likes, or ask your parents for $1,000 to invest, and we'll do it the right way because there's nothing really we can do for you at all. We're looking for the guys out there that are established, guys that are making money. Now, don't get me wrong. We take small players, guys that are betting a couple $100s, and work with them and show them the formula for success and make them in. Remember, every whale starts out as a goldfish. You got to feed them and nurture them and turn them into a big old fat motherfucker before you cook them and eat them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, like I said, you want to make sure that if you're serious about making sports bets, if you are, then go to our website. We're looking to help you out. We got packages for all size shapes, levels of sports bettors. Fair enough, Skip?
It's like a sports betting buffet right now, Steve.
That's a fact.
And, you got college basketball every night, NBA every night, NHL hockey every night, bowl games coming up, as you mentioned, right around the corner, NFL 4 days a week. It doesn't get any better than this, folks. If you're on the sidelines right now, shame on you. I know you could use a couple extra dollars for the holidays. Now would be a great time to give us a call.
You're not lying about that. If you're watching the podcast on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel. And when you click the subscribe button, make sure you also click on the bell and choose to receive notifications of all of our videos and posts. We always appreciate your thumbs up. We read every one of your comments, and we truly do appreciate you. I'm going to be bringing back the Motivation 101, but more importantly, I'm bringing back an 8-part sales, which, I shouldn't be doing this because I could get millions of dollars for it, but I'm going to do 8 videos from intro to the hype, to the pitch, to your product, to the sale, and how to close somebody. Teach you how to be a master closer 101 type deal. Everybody, listen, sales runs this world, don't it, Skip?
You ain't lying.
And a lot of people, like what we're hearing in our industry, we understand why people are mad. We understand why people don't want to be in the industry. They get fed a bunch of bullshit by guys that don't know what the fuck they're doing. But every now and then you find someone who can do what they do, and that's us. In order for someone to imitate success, someone has to be successful, right, Skip?
I agree. What a weekend in Vegas. The rodeo's back, Steve.
Oh,
the
shit.
Cowboys are running around everywhere.
I bet you the fucking local prosties are getting all warmed up. You know what I mean?
If
Girls, put it on ice. It's going to be a long week.
If you're a shoe shiner, it's a great week for you. A lot of guys out there looking to get their boots shined. If you're in the cowboy hat business or you're one of those people that steam cowboy hats, it's a great week for you. If you're in the belt buckle business, it's a great week for you.
I got a question for you. Who do you think?
If you're in the Wrangler jean business, it's a great week for you.
Who do you think is going to sell more product at the rodeo? Wranglers or the local Las Vegas prostitutes?
Well, we all know who's going to get their money.
Who's going to generate the most amount of money this weekend? The Pro Bowl, the NFR, or the prosties?
The NFR or the prostitutes? Who's going to make more money?
You guys tell me, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend, who's going to make more of a profit off the NFR? The Las Vegas Toots or the Las Vegas rodeo guys that get paid with the fucking first
I was
pick?
at the bar last night with a couple of them, man. We were pounding the fucking crown, drinking, knocking back the beers.
They're 5'4", but they get fucked up.
Yeehaw!
Well, the real riders and the dudes, yeah, they're
Yeehaw!
oh yeah, they're like race car drivers. They're
A lot of beautiful cowgirls out there too last night, Steve.
the no back pocket Wranglers with their butt cheeks hanging out.
Oh my God, some of those cowgirls are looking good.
Well, enjoy them, and they take cow cock. So, like I said, lay him down, tie him up, and fucking put your hand in the air. They love
Cow
that shit.
cock, horse cock, it don't matter.
No, as long as
I guarantee they're riding some fucking bull. I know that.
Oh, that's a fact. And I got bull balls to slap right on you.
I was checking a couple of them out at the bar last night, and I'm like, wow, man.
Yeah.
When she gets up to the room, you know she's riding that rodeo.
Oh, yeah, and
You know she's riding that
You know
horse.
she is. Well, she deserves it.
She was lit
Nope,
up.
she
had a
deserves it.
couple-
Yeah.
Oh,
Couple shots of tequila,
Oh.
the right cowboy told her the right things.
Yeah.
Sang a little country in her
Oh,
ear.
hell yeah.
Got her panties back up the roof. Knocked her down with an 18-inch cow cock that blew her fucking mind.
oh, you know that.
And she deserved it. She deserved to have that
course.
teardrop. She deserved to be opened up a little bit. It's all in the spread.
Yeah.
It's all in the tear, Skip.
Just like sports betting, it's all on the spread.
Hey, you're
Right.
motherfucking right. Beat the spread and get some head.
That's it.
You mind if we do the show for these guys today? I mean, they are looking for some
I'm just
information.
telling you, the rodeo's in town. The rodeo starts tonight. They're going to be here for the next 10 days.
A lot of money's in town.
Shout out to the Cowboys in town this next 10 days.
Go to VIP Sports Las Vegas and let's get this fucking money. Like I said, these Cowboys got big paper,
Yeah.
and we welcome every one of you. How many walk-ins you? And by the way, we get more walk-ins than a fucking hair salon. There's not another sports consultant company in the world that gets walk-ins. What do we average in walk-in a week? 7, 8 people?
I'd say 7 to 10 people.
7
a
to
week.
10 people
Yeah.
a week? I mean, like I said, they come in looking for games like people walk into a hair salon looking for a quick haircut.
I got 3 clients that came in for the rodeo this weekend. Shout out to my man from Ocala, Florida, Dennis. You know who you are, the big ragu.
And listen,
A couple of guys came in from Texas. You know, rodeo's here, brother. And
Let's
like
go.
Like you said, they love to gamble.
yeah, and we want to welcome all the new listeners from around the world on the Podcast One to the VIP Sports Las Vegas podcast. We're excited to be bringing you into the life of myself, Steve Stevens, and this trillion-dollar sports betting industry. Download new episodes every Thursday on the Podcast One app, Apple Podcasts, or at podcastone.com. And if you're just listening to the podcast and you're not watching it, you're definitely missing out. But I doubt you're listening to it and not watching it. You probably were watching it first, then listen to us on Podcast One if I had to put my money where my mouth was.
Pretty good chance.
Like I said, we're sticking at the same views on YouTube that we were before Podcast One. Shout out to my man Kid out there for getting us on all those networks out there and helping us blow up a little bit. We love you, brother.
You ain't lying. Shout out to my man up there in the Bay Area, Mr. Akil. What's happening, Akil?
Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at VIP Sports LV. You can direct message us with any questions. We'll get right back to you. That's how we roll, plain and fucking simple. Anybody that supports us, we'll support you. Yeah, we're busy. We got a bunch of salesmen that do the job for me. Skip takes care of it, but if you're working with me personally, I'll always make time for you. Skip, let's get into a little off-the-field news just like we did last week. Who's Off the Field sponsored by, Skip?
BetOnline.ag, they sponsor everything up in here. The studio, they sponsor the the off-field news. BetOnline.ag is one of the most popular betting destinations. Sign up for an account with BetOnline.ag. Use the promo code ALLDAY. You'll get a 50% welcome bonus instantly added to your bankroll. With its management team that's been together since 1991, BetOnline.ag offers wagering on nearly every single sport and event possible. Once you're in the action, you'll see firsthand why BetOnline.ag has an A+ rating, including the earliest opening lines in the industry, the best live betting software in the business. Most importantly, fast payouts, Steve. BetOnline.ag could because you can.
Let's get right into the New Jersey sports betting case. As you know, New Jersey and Christie have been doing a phenomenal job to make sports betting legal in New Jersey. Every way along the way, they've been declined. Out of nowhere, they put in a bill to the Supreme Court, which Supreme Court takes what, Skip? 1 out of 100, 1 out of 1,000 fucking cases.
Yeah.
For some reason, Supreme Court took this case. They obviously wanted to overpower and look at this case open. And sure enough, they got approved. So the Supreme Court finally got to hear the legalifications of making sports betting legal. And what a day it was, Skip.
Yes.
It is a very big situation for my business, for sports betting and the legalization of sports betting, which is the reason why we do this podcast to start with, isn't it, Skip?
Sure is.
Like I said, they went in front and they had a lot of different debates. But, after listening to it, a lot of the debates, Skip, were pretty much telling the Supreme Court that it's not the Fed's business. It's complete state. The state should have the right to do whatever the fuck it wants. So they're trying to create it to where it goes completely under a state bill where they have the rights to do whatever they can under state, which basically going to open the door for several other states if this does become legal. But they went back and forth, and they spread their case, which looks very, very positive for the sounds of things. You know what I mean? 2014, Adam Silver, commissioner of the National Basketball Association, wrote an OP piece in the New York Times called For a Federal Framework to Legalize Sports Betting. National Football and National Hockey Leagues have decided to move major sports teams to the capital of sports betting, which is Las Vegas. Supreme Court is expected to rule on the New Jersey sports betting case by the end of June. It could be as early as tomorrow, could be in February, could be in March. However, when it becomes legalized, like Governor Christie said, they could be betting sports within 2 weeks. It'll be well within limits of next football season, which would be fantastic for us because that would literally keep hundreds of millions of dollars in the state of Nevada. See, fuck the state laws and this, that, and the other. The main thing is let's make sports betting legal. It's just like the marijuana. When they made marijuana legal in Colorado, here in Las Vegas, nothing changed. You don't see people going around. The same people smoke, except for the dope dealer doesn't get the money. Now the state gets the money. They build new schools with it. They build new roads. They're able to lower our fucking tax, which is what it's all about to start with, isn't it, Skip?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what we want. But like I said, they have till the end of June to make a decision. Here are some of the quotes from national journalists who were there covering this historic proceedings associated with press. Jessica Greco, in case of being closely watched by states interested in allowing betting on sports, the Supreme Court indicated a willingness Monday to side with New Jersey's effort to permit sports gambling.
Of course they did.
Correct. NPR's Nina Tottenberg, when all was said and done, it looked very much as though 5 or more judges, or justices, I should say, had serious doubts about the current law.
Of course.
Andrew Brandt, Sports Illustrated. If pressed to hazard an informed call, I would predict a 6-3 judgment in the favor of New Jersey. Well, Skip, we've said it all.
Nice call, Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
Sports Illustrated projecting a 6-3 victory
Great.
for the legalization of sports
Well,
betting.
well before Sports Illustrated gave their little quote, which we don't give a fuck about, is because whatever I say is what matters. I've been telling you about this whole bill for the entire time, and Las Vegas having a monopoly on the business and opening up to the fact of letting other states getting it without it hurting us. And like I said, Skip and I have told you, Governor Christie's done a fantastic job of bringing it this far because he was shot down in every fucking level besides the Supreme Court, stayed strong. He went side by side with Donald Trump. I would have to say there's some power there. Wouldn't you say, Skip, behind the scenes there?
Some heavy-duty power, some serious muscle.
So I'm telling you right now, it's very positive. You're looking at a 75% chance minimum of it becoming legal in New Jersey, which is going to open the door for several other states to act on that same bill, whatever they come up with as a statewide, and allow it to get paid. Because remember, I'm excited as a motherfucker to have it in New Jersey. It's one of the most exciting things that we've been waiting for. It takes us one step closer to legalizing sports betting, and that's the whole reason why I do this podcast. That's why I did my show, Money Talks. I'm set up for that. When that happens, it takes the trillions of dollars that we're sending offshore and keeps them in the United States of America, similar to the marijuana, allows us to tax it, keep the money here, and benefit the legal way instead of offshore people getting the money. Why the fuck would we want to send trillions of dollars offshore to a third world country? Fuck that. Legalize it here, tax it, and get paid in every city and state. Don't you agree, Skip?
Amen, brother.
So Chris Christie said, if we're successful here, we can have bets taken in New Jersey within 2 weeks of a decision by the court, he said. We're like the Boy Scouts. We're prepared. Well, no shit. You know he's already got a deal in place with William Hill, Cantor. Somebody, of course he's ready to fucking roll.
Be prepared like the Boy Scouts.
God damn, I got your back, Christie, but you've done a tremendous job this far. With the points that they're arguing, it looks like it's going to get approved, but I want to let them know that there's going to be a lot more to benefit by making it legal to be able to have a sports book at the track, be able to have a sports book in the casino, because you regulate it, and you put it in the casinos where it's secure with security, and it's just a fantastic thing. States make money on it. And remember, nobody wants our hard-earned money going to a third world country. Could you imagine when the billions of dollars are spread out amongst our states here in the United States of America? It's going to cut down tax, and a lot of people to bet that are betting anywhere. And a guy like me, from making $4 or $5 million a year to 40, 50 million a year, because a lot of people don't like offshore. Skip.
No.
How many high-end businessmen, high-profile people that we deal with don't like offshore? Not only because they don't want to do it because of the legalities of who they are running their business, but they don't like the delay of getting their money. Big players don't like to send $100,000 over and get a delay. But when sports betting legal, it allows the big guys that have been robbed by fake sports books calling you, or offshore books that don't call you or pay you fast enough, and it allows you to go to the sports book and get paid right after the game. It's going to make our business a lot easier.
That's why they got to go to betonline.ag, and they won't have any fucking problems.
Or bet DSI, our boy Anthony over there, to get that fucking money. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, like I said, let's get into a little football week 14. But it was very successful with the Supreme Court. They got till June. All goes well. Everybody will be betting football, college, everything by next football season in New Jersey. And it'll open the door for a lot of money for other states, believe me. If I thought that it would affect Nevada, I would say I'd be against it, because I'm all about people coming to town and betting here legally. But 90% of my clients, Skip, unfortunately yours are too, are in every other city and state.
Yeah.
And if they could go to a local sports betting parlor and place their bet and get paid legally, our whales are going to come back to surface more than they possibly have.
We're in the business of charging a consulting fee for our information.
Yeah, we're not bookies.
For us to tell you what we're doing with our money. Now, what you do with that information is entirely up to you. And as you said, 90% of the people I speak to tell me that they bet through offshore sports books. So why not keep that money here in the States? It's common sense, Steve.
Plain and fucking simple. Anyway, let's get into NFL Week 14. Sponsored.
Let's do it. Oh, speaking of the NFL, wow.
Yeah.
Boy, do we got some news for you.
Yes, we do. I'm actually releasing my six-figure NFL total of the year. It's the end of the year.
You just
and it's
came right out with it.
Well, no, we're going to run a promotion later, but
right.
yes, I am doing it. We'll talk about it a little bit later. You and I are already recapped about it. We talked about it this morning. Skip's going to be releasing it to the public so you guys can get it, and that's that.
Steve Stevens' six-figure NFL total of the year goes this weekend. Single largest wager the man will make on an NFL total the entire season goes this weekend. And it couldn't come at a better time, because Christmas is coming and the goose is getting fat.
Goddamn right. Call me Santa Claus, because I got a gift for you. Fair enough? And it's sponsored by our boys at Paperhead. You ready to start making real money? Start your own business with the best player software management in the business. Paperhead.com. Built with its exclusive tools to maximize your profits quickly and easily, Paperhead's secure and user-friendly platform allows you to be your own boss, get a piece of this billion-dollar industry, grab a pen and a piece of paper, jot down that number you see right now on your screen, and you'll get Paperhead's stellar platform for $3 per head. You heard it right, $3 per head when you call 888-978-0288. Promotion has been offered exclusively for the fans of the VIP Sports Podcast, so call 888-978-0288 today. If you're like Steve Stevens, you bet big and live larger, there's no better place than Paperhead.com. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Skip, Week 14, we're going to recap what we said last week. Like I said, we always give out some valuable information that make people money.
Man, did we give it out last week.
What did we say about the Patriots, Skip?
Well, we said they were 7-0 straight up. We said they were 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games. We said the Bills, more importantly, have only covered 7 times in their last 31 games after winning as an underdog. We said the Bills were 1-5 straight up and 1-5 against the spread their last 6 games against divisional opponents. So the numbers stacked up greatly against the Bills.
Well, the Bills are 7-22-2 against the spread in their last 31 games.
That's what I just said.
After an underdog, and like you said, the Bills are 1-5 straight up and against the spread in their last 6 games, divisional appointments. Patriots cover and won 23-3.
Remember where you heard it.
Shout out to Tom Brady for being a true pimp, just absolutely pounding people, covering the spread, and just being an all-American fucking superstar.
Yeah, check the air in your balls. Oh, what? Did I say that?
No, he's willing to do whatever it takes to win.
yeah,
He's a winner in my fucking mind.
Sorry, man.
He's a fucking winner.
What else did we say?
We said the total has gone over in 5 of the Panthers' last 6 games against the Saints. Even though the Saints came marching in, it was a 31-21 for a 52-point total over the 48.
Last I checked, 52 was higher than 48.
Over came in with flying colors, my
Right.
friend.
The only thing higher than 52 was you.
Correct. Well, or a giraffe, or a giraffe pussy, like I said. Or a couple guys out here in our sales room that I see walking
I
around.
mean, it's
through
a
our
fucking nonstop.
It's a madhouse. They're going crazy out
look
there.
at this fucking
Even Big
place.
Sid's taking swings with the baseball bat, you know?
I mean, when you got Big Skid taking Big Sid's taking fucking batting practice in the middle of the room like it's a batting fucking cage or something.
Absolutely. So
I got nothing but guys.
They're out there killing it. I mean,
I can't tell you how many fucking times I've seen that fucking door open and close with people just walking in and out.
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable.
Is anybody on the fucking phone?
Well, tomorrow's payday, so they're looking to get that fucking money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want to be real excited. That's why everybody's here on Thursday.
Thanks for reminding me.
You know me. I'm not. Anyway, Skip, let's get into a little bit more preview. Like I said, the total has gone over 5 in the Panthers 6. Well, let's make it 6 out of 7 now.
Yeah,
fair enough?
Go ahead.
We said the total has gone under in 5 of the Vikings' last 6 games against the Falcons. 14-9 was the final
Wow,
score.
that's pretty under.
14-9. The game was an easy under the 47.5.
25-point winner.
Guys, all we do is give you valuable information. A lot of guys talk shit. And like I said last week, we don't recap fucking 15 games and then replay what we say when we're right.
Right.
We only went over 3 games last week and had information right on every fucking one of them.
Believe it or not, there was one more. We said the Eagles-Seattle game.
Oh, yeah.
The Eagles-Seattle game, we told you was
Under in 3 of the last fucking...
last 4 times they played, there's been 3 unders, easy unders.
Well.
Right? Well, sure enough, 24-10, the total was 48.
Hey, I tell you what, even though Carson Wentz...
2-touchdown winner.
Yeah, even though Carson Wentz, like I said, struggled, was on the ground a little bit. He got beat up. He handled it like a man. I like that dude. He's a solid fucking player.
He's a fucking
He is a
beast,
superstar.
man.
And I see something special with that kid, Skipper.
Wentzylvania, buddy. Wentzylmania.
Anyway, now that we're done pumping our horn, let's get into a little previews from this week. You got Philly at the LA Rams -2, 48.5. Big NFC matchup here, Skip, between the 10-2 Eagles and the 9-3 Rams.
Well, we're gonna tell you the stats on this game. However, there's a state of emergency in the state of California right now, Steve, as you know.
Fires everywhere. Yeah, I was there.
You just got back.
I was at the beach house.
Yeah, the fire chased Big Steve out. Wow. Shout out to the fucking people over there in California in the LA and Ventura area. Huge fires. They're expecting 50 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts this weekend, which is only going to blow it out of more control. The game is in jeopardy, Steve. They're saying they might have to play the game at Angel Stadium instead of at the Coliseum.
I'm all for people being safe. Like I said, a lot of people are losing their houses. It's a very, very sad situation. But like I said, you saying the game's in Philly, in L.A. where it could be a problem. So where would they play it? What are they going to paint up fucking the Angels Field?
Well, the Eagles have been practicing at Angels Field, okay, because they're coming off that game in Seattle last week. They stayed on the West Coast, as we discussed last week.
West Side?
And they've been practicing at the Angel Stadium. The game was supposed to be played at the Coliseum, where the Rams played their home games. Severe fires and wind and bad air quality. They're saying they might have to move it over to Anaheim, which really ain't that far from the Coliseum.
Can I explain something to you? The L.A. Rams are playing in a fucking soccer stadium, brother, so they're not really comfortable as a home team there anyway.
Well, the L.A. Rams are playing at the fucking Coliseum.
Yeah, so
I can tell you this. It's a sore subject for me right now because I was taking right side out to the game this weekend.
Yeah.
It was one of his Christmas presents. I got tickets to the Eagles-Rams.
Is Coliseum a good stadium?
Yeah, it's where USC plays, man. It's fucking huge. It's the Coliseum, dude. It's legendary. Here's the deal. I got right side tickets for Christmas because he's a huge Eagles fan to go to the Eagles-Rams game this weekend. And I canceled the fucking hotel and I canceled everything last night because of these fucking fires.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out
Yeah,
there.
he's fucking pissed. But listen, I'm not a fucking firefighter, Steve. What am I going to put the shit out?
No, but shout out to the firefighters that are risking their lives out there to get that fire out. Speaking of fire, I'm hot as a pistol when it comes down to this shit right here. And like I said, I got an NFL game of the year. The Eagles opened up as a 2.5-point favorite. The total was 51. You guys grab your pen and a piece of paper so you can get your valuable information. We're talking about the Philly Rams here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Eagles opened up 2.5-point favorites. Total was 51 early in the week. Rams are 6-1 against the spread over the last 7 games. Write that down. Rams are 6-1 against the spread over their last 7 games. They're on fucking fire. If you're betting the Rams, you're getting fucking paid, period. Eagles, 8-1 over their last 9. The Eagles are 10-1 against the spread in their last 12 games against the Rams. Not in their last 12 games, 12 games against the Rams.
What is that, like a 50-year fucking stat? They don't play the Rams.
That's what I say. A stat like that.
It's not like they're playing the Rams every week.
No, the stat that does matter is that the Rams are 6-1 against the spread over the last 7 games.
Right.
So they're hot as a pistol over the last 7 games. It looks like the overall history of Eagles playing Rams, Eagles have their card with 10-1 against the spread in 12 games. But check this out. The Rams are 4-10 against their spread in the last 14 games after consecutive wins.
Mm-hmm. That's an interesting number. The Rams are 4-10 against the spread. In the last 14 times, they've won 2 games in a row.
Coming off consecutive wins.
So coming off of
Which they have.
Coming off of back-to-back wins, that third game, they're 4-10 against the spread.
You might want to look at Philly if you're a little bit chilly, guys. Moving on to the Vikings at Carolina.
You're done with that game already?
Yeah, there's nothing else to talk about. I'm moving on.
Zach Ertz, man. Zach Ertz.
I'm giving. The only thing that we go over, guys, are marquee matchup. These are games to either stay away from or games to get your fucking money on. All the other games are just games to watch on TV. Eat your fucking chicken wings. Go to your bar. Do whatever the fuck it is you do on Sunday. But if you're doing the sports business the right way, you treat it as a business. You don't put your heart involved into it. Yeah. You don't bet your favorite fucking team.
You don't let the game pick you.
You don't let the game pick you. It's not a religious thing. It's a motherfucking get fucking money thing, okay? And the bottom fucking line with it, Skip, is 1 game a day, not every day, same amount of money on every game. That's what money management and discipline is.
Mm-hmm. Be careful. The Rams are 3-2 at home. They don't play as well at home as they've been playing on the road. That's a team that's been winning big on the road.
Let's go over some other previews. We're going to take a little short break. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we're going to preview some more NFL, tell you what games that you need to get your money on or games to stay away from. And we'll see if we can't find a game that picks us. You do like making money, correct? I'm Steve Stevens. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie. I'm the bookie killer. Whether you're here in town on business or to flat out gamble, don't forget, sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry and you deserve your fair share. Call 877-220-6540 or go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, mention this ad, and get a $500 personal play absolutely free. See you in the winner's circle.
BetDSI.com. Over 20 years in business, A+ rated and fast and free payment of winnings with odds on all sports and global events. Get a free $25 right now to try the site and a 100% bonus on your first deposit. Go to BetDSI.com now because it's only a game until you bet it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, sitting here with the Big Skipper, my co-host. Just went over a little preview of the NFL Week 14. Went over the Philly-Rams game. We told you got to be careful. It's a marquee matchup game. However, if you can see through this game, it should be an easy winner. Let's move on to the Vikings at Carolina. What was the line on that, Skip?
Well, the Vikings opened up like around 1 or 2. It's up to 3 now. Minnesota's -3. At Carolina, the total's 41, Steve.
Okay, well, what do you want to talk about it?
Well, I could talk about a lot of things.
Okay, well, let's talk about that game in particular, if you don't mind.
7 covers in a row for Minnesota. They're now an amazing 40-15 against the spread their last 55 games. Did you hear what I just said? If you bet the Vikings the last 55 times they played, you won 40 of them. They are the #1 covering team in football, period. And if you don't know it, you know it now. It's as simple as that. The total opened at 42. It's at 41 right now. It's come down about a point. The Minnesota Vikings, 10-2 straight up, they actually have a slight lead over the Eagles now after the Eagles lost that game last week to Seattle. Minnesota and Philly are both 10-2 straight up this season, but Minnesota holds the tiebreaker, Steve, in the battle for the best record in the NFC. They have a slight edge in the tiebreaker category. So as of right now, the Vikings are the best team in the NFC, followed by the Eagles, even though they have the same record.
Right.
Minnesota beat Carolina earlier this year. Early last season, 22-10. In that game, they picked off Cam Newton 3 times in that game. Minnesota's defense is fucking stellar, giving up only 17 points a game.
What do you think about Cam Newton this year? You like him?
Hey, listen, they're winning games. I mean, it is what it is. He's doing it without a lot of fucking support, too. I mean, I think he's doing fine. Carolina's 4-1 against the spread their last 5 games. However, they're only 2-1 against the spread at home. So, that being said, this should be another one of those barn burners. Carolina coming off the loss to the Saints last week in the interdivision game. This is a must-win game for Carolina. It's more important for Carolina than it is for Minnesota, even though Minnesota is battling Philly for that NFC supremacy.
Yeah, they sure as fuck are. And the Panthers are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games after a loss.
Yes.
So the total has gone under in 5 of the Vikings' last 7 games against the Panthers. So in their last 7 games, the total has went under, ladies and gentlemen. Write that down and circle.
In the series, 5-2 to the under.
Correct. At 8-4 overall, Carolina owns the 6th spot in the NFC playoff standings. And like I said,
Right now they do. Yeah, they're right on the cusp of the postseason, my friend.
well, yeah, I mean, the Panthers opened up as a 1-point favorite. The total was 42 earlier in the week. At 10-2, Minnesota now leads 10-2. Philly by a tiebreaker in the battle for the best record in the fucking NFC, Skip.
Carolina's banged up. Tight end Olsen is questionable. Jonathan Stewart's probable. They both got foot injuries.
Uh-huh.
They had their feet up someone's ass a little too long, apparently.
Yep.
Carolina is beat up, and Cam Newton, Superman, has been pulling his weight over there. They've been hanging in there, and as you said, they're sitting on that final spot right now in the postseason. It's a big, big game for Carolina.
You got Minnesota covering 40 out of 15, which is absolutely fucking amazing. But
40
then you got
and 15 against the spread. That's unbelievable.
But then you got a 70+ percentage on the under. So, like I said, a couple advantages in that game that you might want to take advantage of. You want to know? Give us a call, 877-220-6540. Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh came out 5.5, 43.5. Steelers opened as a 7-point favorite. Total was 42.5 earlier in the week, and 7-5 overall. Baltimore owns the 6th spot in the AFC playoff standings, Skip. You think, I mean, that division, Baltimore to me, I don't fucking know. I see Baltimore not making it that far at all.
The game's down to 5. A lot of money came in early on Baltimore.
Correct.
A lot of people taking the dog. Total right now, Pittsburgh's -5. Total's 43.5 currently on the board. A couple of things I see in this game, just briefly. Pittsburgh, although they're 10-2 straight up, Steve, 10-2, they're only 6-6 against the spread, people. So if you're betting the Steelers this year, you're losing money. That being said, they've only covered 1 out of their last 4 games. 6-6 against the spread on the year, a 50-50, 500 club against the number, which is the only thing that matters, and only 1 cover in their last 4 games. Not good.
Steelers have won 7 straight, but they've been playing with fire.
Yeah.
5 of those wins came by 6 points or less.
That's what I'm saying. They don't cover.
They don't cover much at all. 3 on field goals on their last 4 games against the Steelers. The total has gone under in 4 of the Ravens' last 5 games against Pittsburgh. So write that down.
Right.
You're looking at an 80+ percentage on the over. In the last 5 games they played, 4 of them went under, Skip. So that is
correct.
That's a heavy factor that you want to write down and circle it. Ravens are 3-1 against the spread in their last 4 games against the spread. So, I don't know. You got 75% with the Ravens covering against the spread in their last time they played as well. So
Ravens 3-1 against the spread the last 4 times they played the Steelers.
Well, fuck that. The Ravens are 10-2 against the spread in their last 12 games against divisional opponents. How about that?
Wow.
That stat does matter, doesn't it?
So let's go ahead and just spell this out for you in case you're not paying attention.
Ravens are 10-2 against the spread in their last 12 games versus divisional opponents.
They're also 3-1 against the spread against the Steelers the last 4 times they played them.
So they're covered.
And the Steelers are 6-6 against the spread, which is a 500 club, and only covered once in their last 4 games. So, I mean, do we got to spell it out for you?
I don't think we do.
Looks like Ravens plus the 5.5.
Anyway, NCAA football, Skip, like I said, coming to an end, to be honest with you, if we don't want to call it an end already. Bowl season is in full effect. Everybody could use some Christmas money. Everybody could use an extra $50,000 for the holidays. I never met anybody in the fucking world that couldn't use extra money. If you're a hedge fund guy out there making millions of dollars, let me make you an extra $250,000 during the holiday season. Brooks, where the fuck are you, bud? Give me a call. Let's get this fucking money. For the guys out there that want to turn $20,000 into $100,000, now's the time to call. For the small guy that wants to turn $1,000 into $5,000, $2,000 into $10, we got the fucking perfect fucking scenario for you, my friend.
Steve, before we move on, right now is the ultimate time. Right now is the perfect time to speak to the folks that are out there listening, the 7, 8, 10,000 viewers we have on YouTube every week to this podcast, the 30, 40, 50,000. We don't even know how many people are listening on podcasts. We just know it's a lot on Podcast One. The people that are listening on YouTube, iTunes, Podcast One, people that are listening to us on the Armed Forces Radio Network in the past, all over the world. I'm talking to you. If you've been thinking about calling VIP Sports, if you've been thinking about making money, stop the thought process. Now is the time. This Sunday, Steve has his NFL total of the year, his six-figure total of the year. This game comes from a man who is barred from making wagers in the Las Vegas sportsbook. A man who has been documented by the financial network CNBC as the most feared sports bettor in the nation. If you're going to follow anybody's information, why would you not want to know what his six-figure total of the year is in the NFL? Give me a call at 877-220-6540. I'll get you his NFL six-figure total of the year this Sunday, but you got to call Friday, you got to call Saturday, because I'm going to give you some college and pro basketball Friday and Saturday to pad your bankroll for that game on Sunday. So by the time Sunday rolls around, you're going to be up money. You're going to be able to take the bookies' money and stuff it down their throat with this six-figure NFL total of the year, single largest wager on an NFL total the entire season. I'm giving you all that for a $100 bill. 877-220-6540. 2 days of basketball, Friday and Saturday, and the NFL six-figure total of the year, $100 bill. Call us now.
I love it. And like I said, you heard it right from his fucking mouth to your ears. Let's get fucking paid this holiday season. You deserve something special. Have you been losing for so long you forgot what it's like to win? The pendulum always swings back. There comes a time where you deserve to shine, and that time is now. One call. That's all. Let's move into NCAA football, brought to you by our boys over there at betdsi.com. Skip, can you spit that for us?
Oh, shit, man. I'm out of fucking breath, bro. I can spit it. BetDSI. Operating for more than 20 years, BetDSA.com is A-plus rated. They offer fast payment winnings with odds on all sports and all global events. From the players who demand it all, whether it's office pools, poker rooms, horse wagering, skill games, for the whale bettors, the big boys who need a no-nonsense, high-limit sportsbook, BetDSI.com is a perfect choice. If you're looking for the best solution to place your action, go to BetDSI.com. Use the promotion code CHEDDAR, like the cheese. Cheddar. You'll get a $25 free wager on the house, and more importantly, a 200% bonus on your first deposit. That's promo code CHEDDAR. BetDSI.com, where it's only a game until you bet it, Mr. Stevens.
Goddamn right. We're going to recap what we said last week about college, football, because we had a lot of El Scorcho information. You know what I mean? Hot as a fucking pistol.
How about the Stanford game?
Well, just to start, we said Stanford is 3-1 straight up and against the spread in its last 4 games against USC. The total has gone over in 3 of Stanford's last 4 games against USC. USC is 2-6 against the spread in its last 8 games after a win. Stanford covered as a 3.5-point dog, and the game barely went over 31-28 USC.
So we told you in the series it was Stanford and the over. We told you USC doesn't cover, and sure enough,
it might have been a backdoor, but hey, it is what it is.
Backdoor.
We said the play in the SEC championship game is on the total. Did I not?
You did.
We said the total has gone under in 3 of Georgia's last 4 games at Auburn. Total was 35, easily under the 48, which was the line. Easy, absolute blowout winner.
Easy winner.
What else did you want us to tell you guys? You know what else we said? Miami is 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games against Clemson.
Clemson, blowout winner.
Absolute blowout winner, Clemson. So there's not another podcast in the world, ladies and gentlemen, where you're going to find a motherfucker that deals with players, coaches, CEOs, the guys that make the line, the fucking shit that matters. Guy that's third generation born and raised in Las Vegas, a guy that's willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Not some fucking guy that calls you from the East Coast that knows a guy that knows a guy that knows another guy who don't know shit. The fuck does a guy from New York know about lines made in Las Vegas? It's like running the stock market from fucking Wisconsin. Just can't happen. You know what I mean, bud?
They know about cheese. Wisconsin.
You're motherfucking right. Let's go into some preview games. There's only one thing to preview. Army-Navy in motherfucking Motown, Philly, my man.
This is always a big game in South Philly. The game will be played in my backyard back there at Lincoln Financial Field this Saturday afternoon. It's the Army-Navy game. Shout out to my brother, former Army man, Desert Storm. Shout out my brother. He always goes to the game to support his cadets. The game will be down there. The one thing I want to say about this game, they're always unders.
Well, to be exact, the last 11 games have all went under.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it'd be hard to go against the under in this particular game. I don't go against history. You can't be one of those guys saying, oh, this team is due to win.
Right.
It just doesn't work that way. You ride the streak until it doesn't fucking ride no
You're going to be due to lose your fucking bankroll.
You're motherfucking right. Due to lose everything you fucking have.
You ain't lying.
Due to be sleeping on the couch.
You're due to be sleeping under the bridge.
Oh, my God.
If you're one of those guys that try to figure out when a trend is going to quit, we just told you the Army-Navy game's been under 11 straight fucking years.
There you go.
Right?
Congratulations.
I mean, come on. So why would you fucking bet the over? However, be careful. I always tell you guys, be careful.
Well, the over-under.
I'll tell you why.
Uh-huh.
Because the fucking odds makers know that it's been an under 11 straight years.
Correct.
And trust me, they've adjusted the number appropriately.
Correct. So the over-under line for this weekend's game between the two teams opened up at a 50 offshore, but it seemed to be bet down to 46 already.
Jeez, I wonder if the whole world knows there've been 11 straight unders.
It's a trick move, Skip.
It's a trap.
As 46 as of Tuesday, everybody and their mom is out there betting the game under. Game is going to be a trap, to say the least.
Wow.
If you're looking to see that this game's a blowout 14-7 total, just isn't going to happen. I hate to fucking tell you guys. Let me just go over some quick numbers. The Navy midshipmen beat the Army Black Knights 14 times in a row.
The Navy owns this series, 14 straight wins, Steve.
Yeah, blowing them the fuck out every time.
Yep.
Until last year's matchup, where the Army finally broke through and beat the Navy 21-17 on a barely win type situation.
My brother was very happy about that.
Not only did the Army win the matchup last year, it's 5-1 against the spread over its last 6 meetings. So they have covered. They just haven't won.
The Army's covered 5 out of the last 6 games in the Army-Navy game, and it's going under 11 straight times.
Correct. So, like I said, this game's going to be a little bit tricky. Like Skip said, the Navy owns the motherfuckers, but yet Army won last year. Army, in their last 6 games, has covered 5 out of those 6 games. So, looks like the underdog has always got the paper here, huh, Skip?
You ain't lying.
The teams meet for the 118th time Saturday afternoon at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly.
It's a tradition. The Army-Navy game. It's the official ending of the regular college football season every year, Steve. And then the bowl games start next weekend.
Did we tell you how fast the season
Told you it was going to be over before you knew it.
We got guys just, you know what hurts my heart is all the new guys that are calling now at the end telling us their war stories, how they've been beat up.
Yeah, they've been buried.
How they've been robbed.
They tried 2 or 3 internet services.
Got lured into a fake book, got robbed.
Somebody texted them a couple of free picks. They went 0-4.
Yeah, got texted a free pick, won 2 games and lost 17 in a row.
Right.
Guy's number's disconnected. Wired somebody $40,000. The guy's number doesn't work no more.
Yeah.
So we'll hear all your war stories, but I just wish those guys would have called us early in the season.
Stop the nonsense. Stop the madness. Call a company that's been in the same office for 12 years. A company that's licensed and bonded in the state of Nevada.
13.
A company that's documented, a handicapper, a sports bettor that's been documented by the Financial Network as
72
the most feared sports bettor in the country. A guy who is barred from making wagers in 80% of the sports books here in Vegas. I can't make this shit up.
Nobody else is.
We got it on camera. We filmed it. We filmed him going into the sports book at Cantner Gaming trying to make a bet, and they told him, no, Steve, and they said, we can't take your action. Are you fucking kidding me? How could you go anywhere else?
Men lie, women lie, number don't. One thing about our fucking
I'm gonna
industry
drop over.
is we are who we say, and we say who we are. We don't lie. We don't fucking cheat. We're documented. We've proven ourselves over and over and over. Don't ever compare us to any of those little fucking guys on the internet, all these other guys on fucking Twitter. Everyone's a fucking handicapper now. Everyone's a sports consultant. We're in a league of our fucking own. We're like the caviar, to say. You know what I mean? We're a little bit different and a little bit more exotic than all these other fucking guys that are on Twitter claiming to be world-class handicappers, okay? Same guys that are sitting in a Motel 6 in their underwear, okay?
If you're thinking about buying a car, Steve's got some information for you.
NBA is brought to you by TrueCar.com. When you're looking to buy a new car or a used vehicle, you can easily find the car you want and be confident you're getting a fair price using TrueCar. Find out what other people in your area paid for the car that you want. Get real pricing on actual inventory. This competitive tool is offered exclusively from a TrueCar Certified dealership. As a TrueCar customer, you're more likely to enjoy a faster buying process from the carefully curated network of certified dealers, committed to transparency and offering you the best possible price with more than 3 million cars sold over 13,000 dealerships nationwide. TrueCar helps you earn an average savings of more than $3,000 off the MSRP. So if you want to feel empowered and confident with the car buying experience, visit TrueCar today. Some features not available in all states. TrueCar, the future of car buying, is here.
You think that cowboy felt empowered and confident last night when he took that cowgirl upstairs?
Probably did.
He felt empowered and confident.
Yes, he did.
Until he got upstairs and unbuckled his belt.
Yeah, hopefully he rubbed up. You got to stay safe. Safe sex out here in Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, fuck.
I don't need some.
Shout out to those hot cowgirls, man.
LeBron James in NBA news had led the Cavs to a 101-95 win that extended their winning streak to 13 games. LeBron James is averaging 28 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds per game while shooting a blistering 58.9% from the field.
Wow, there's breaking news, Noah. LeBron James is good.
Yeah, 43% from three-point land on nearly 5 attempts per game.
Woo.
But, and I do mean but.
Here comes the but, and after the but comes the shit.
The Cavs are the worst against the spread record in the motherfucking
Congratulations, NBA. LeBron. You can win games, but you can't get the money. Well, he can get the money.
He's doing crossovers.
He can get the money.
He's dunking sideways. He's making the sponsors happy.
He got his
money. But their team doesn't
Yeah.
cover against the spread.
Your fans that bet on you, yeah, they lose fucking all the time.
They are 100% a foreclosure team. The Cleveland Cavaliers are a team you bet against the spread.
They're covering 30
every fucking game all year long.
They're covering 33%. They only cover 1 out of 3 games.
They're 8-16 against the spread. They are fucking horrible.
Talk about a bet against team. And it's not just this year, Steve. This has been the last 2, 3, 4 years with this Cavalier team.
They are a foreclosure team. You never bet them. However, you move them over to the 6-figure category when you bet against them. So remember, the advisory that we're putting out right now, don't ever bet on the Cavs with the points. Always go against them to not cover the spread.
That's my man, Steve Stevens, always finding the positive in the negative.
You're gosh damn right. Golden State has beat Charlotte 104-87 Wednesday night. Kevin Durant had 35 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists Wednesday. I think he fucked around and got a triple-double, didn't he? Without Steph Curry and Draymond Green. Golden State is hot straight up, going 5-0 on their current road trip. But
here comes the but
the Warriors are 12-14 against the spread, which is absolutely fucking terrible.
Not the first time for this team either. This has been the last 2, 3 years. They win games, they don't cover.
Nobody cares how good you are, what you've done, if you're not covering the spread. Now, don't get me wrong. People in Oakland are excited because their team's out there winning, and that's what you want a team to do. But this is a sports betting show. And for a team to be betting money on, Golden State is not one of them. They are absolutely fucking terrible against the spread. They're right behind Cleveland as 2 of the worst teams in the NBA against the spread.
You ain't lying.
Let's go over to some college hoops, Skip.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about the Kansas Jayhawks, who dominated Crown in Kansas City, Missouri on Wednesday night. Number 2, Kansas, laid an extremely large egg and suffered its first loss of the season to Washington.
Wow.
Skip, you said Washington was a good team.
Wow.
We also said Washington covered the spread.
I didn't say they were a good team. I said they're going to fight hard and that's a lot of points.
Well, they have a good record against the spread.
Little did I fucking know they were going to beat Kansas outright. Rock, chalk, Jayhawk right up your ass.
You're not lying.
22-point favorite on their own court last night, the Kansas Jayhawks.
Yeah, and fell on the wrong end, 74-65 final.
Woo.
Absolute blowout loss. The Jayhawks are a solid 5-1 against the spread this season, so don't put too much hate on them.
Actually, I think that was at a neutral court, but it was still a crowd-dominated Jayhawks crowd. Yeah,
that's what I said earlier.
Yeah, it was on a neutral
definitely
court.
dominated by the Jayhawk fans.
Still shouldn't lose that game. 22-point favorite, you lose outright.
That's embarrassing.
Number 2 team in the country.
I don't give a fuck where you're playing.
Shame on you.
I couldn't have said it any better, my friend. However, they're 5-1 against the spread, so they've really done well against covering.
They sucked everybody right in, is what they did.
Duke, Villanova, and UNLV, our home team, are among the best still with a 7-10 record against the spread.
Duke, Villanova, UNLV.
UNLV running Rebels. You know how excited I am to be able to say that the running Rebels are 7-2 against the spread, kicking ass and taking names. I knew once we got rid of that athletic director, our president replaced it with this woman who played basketball, who knows about sports. Our Rebel basketball team is coming back in full motherfucking effect with Sanchez over there at fucking UNLV, with the other Sanchez in Gorman, with the Las Vegas Golden Knights, with the Raiders moving here. Las Vegas is the place to be. Shout out to the women's team that we bought from Texas as well, which no one will watch. Sorry to you bitches out there, but it's just a boring-ass motherfucking game, and I'm cool.
Speaking of another top team went down, the Florida Gators. Wow.
Oh!
They lost as a 17-point favorite last night to Loyola Chicago. Are you kidding me? The Gators were laying 17 points. They only scored 59. They lost 65-59 to Loyola Chicago last night. Upsets galore in college basketball. If you know what you're doing in college hoops, you can spot these upsets. More importantly, you can spot these blowouts. Teams that are laying 8, that are winning by 26. Teams that are laying 7.5, that are winning by 33. They're out there in college basketball every night, folks.
Skip, and this is what and you're so right. I'm glad you brought that up. See, the problem with us, everybody in the world, the hard part is winning games. Winning games is easy for us. It's getting the fucking action off that becomes the hardest part for Skip and I and our clients. In college basketball, you can't just fire 20,000 on a fucking game. On an offshore, they max you out at 5,000. There's a reason why you can bet $1 million on a hand of baccarat, 200,000 on a football game, but only $5,000 on a college basketball game. Because you can fucking win. And goddamn it, if you want to be a winner, you want to have the winning edge, you want to be on the right side, go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com. Let us take you over and beyond what you ever thought was fucking possible.
I'll get you 2 days of these 2 days of these college basketball sleepers, Friday and Saturday, 2 days of college basketball to pad your bankroll for his 6-figure NFL total of the year. It's a $100 weekend, basketball Friday and Saturday, the NFL total of the year on Sunday. Biggest wager we're making in the NFL on a total the entire fucking season. It goes this weekend, a $100 bill, a Benjamin Franklin, 877-220-6540. If you don't call me this weekend, just stop fucking watching this podcast. I don't know why you're watching.
I love your attitude. You're watching because you want to make money. You want to deal with the #1 sports consultant in the world. There's a reason why I was featured on CNBC and nobody else has. I made history with Money Talks, my sports betting consulting show. Nobody in the history of sports betting has ever been on a business financial network or on primetime television show doing what I do. I'm the #1 fucking guy in the world. Nobody can do what I do. I put my money where my motherfucking mouth is, period. Like I said, this business right here comes with losses. But as long as you win 3 games to every one you lose, I don't think anybody's had a problem going 6-2. Like I said, you don't want to deal with the bullshit. Enough is enough. Stop being fucking fooled. The guy that knows another guy doesn't know a fucking thing about sports betting. I'm 3rd generation born and raised in Las Vegas, and I can make you more money than you'll ever fucking imagine. Let me do my job. I'll hit the home run. All you got to do is run the fucking bases. That you could take to the fucking bank. There's a reason why they made sidewalks. Because the streets ain't for everybody. And I'm in these streets every fucking day turning gray for your fucking payday. And like Skip said, if you're watching our fucking show and you've decided that you haven't called yet or you're going to call right the fuck now. Let us make more money than you've ever made in your fucking life. And let your bookie take care of this holiday season. Let your bookie pay for Christmas. And like I said, Ho, ho, ho. Merry fucking Christmas, guys. You might as well call me Santa Claus because we got gifts all month long. On the behalf of VIP Sports, myself, the Big Skipper, our crew, let's go get this motherfucking money. Bowl season is here, and 'tis the season to be jolly and break your motherfucking book.
Fa-la-la-la-la,
See ya, wouldn't want to be, and like I said, don't let the players be the only ones to get paid. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
See ya.
It's Steve Stevens. I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Poppin' bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put a $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got shot in Vegas like Pac.
I keep hearing things.